YouTube channel Nos Confunden. The day with the Master had passed, but the reddish sun was still on the horizon, although it was moving away from us. A storm had surprised us while we remained seated on the shore of the beautiful ancestral waters. The giant trees seemed to glisten under the water running down their branches. We walked towards the roof of a dome-shaped structure, white in color, which lit up as we passed. We sat there, and the conversation continued. Dialogue 2: The Invisible Dome Projector. YouTube channel Nos Confunden. From here we can see what many cannot perceive from within the invisible dome projector. The known continents are covered by an illusion that projects a false vision of reality, a simulated sky that makes them believe in distant worlds and an infinite universe. But the truth is that they live under a veil, a projection that controls their perceptions. Master, what I see is the deep conditioning that this projection imposes on the human mind. The people inside the dome are trapped in a limited view of the cosmos, convinced that what they observe is real. From birth, they are immersed in a structure that makes them accept the illusion without question. This invisible dome projector is not just a physical barrier, it's a prison for the mind, creating a false sense of reality. Indeed, son, the dome is more than a physical limit. It is a metaphor for the control that external forces exert over the human spirit. People on the known continents live inside a carefully designed lie. They believe that what they see is all there is, that the sky they look at is vast and limitless. But what they really see is an image projected to keep them in darkness, far from divine truth. The important thing, then, is not just the structure of the dome, but how it conditions thought. From within, people are so deeply programmed by what they perceive that they cannot imagine a reality beyond what the dome projects. Education, science, even their daily experiences are all limited by that projection. They've lost the ability to see what is true. Isn't this the essence of conditioning, Master? Yes, it is the conditioning that binds the spirit and separates it from the truth. They have been taught that they are a tiny point in an infinite universe, that their existence has no greater purpose than to survive under the rules of the dome. But the truth is that outside these ice walls, beyond the invisible dome projector, there exists an infinite reality, a creation without limits, where the soul is free to experience without veils or illusions. YouTube channel Nos Confunden. However, people cannot escape this dome simply through physical rebellion. What is needed is an inner revolution. True freedom is not found by breaking the physical barriers of the dome, but by transcending the mental limits they have accepted for so long. By questioning the nature of what they see, by investigating deeply, a new consciousness can arise, a consciousness free from illusion. I have always taught that the truth lies within every human being. Even under the dome's projection, the spark of truth remains intact in each person's heart. But few dare to seek it, to see beyond the false images. Those who do are the ones who begin to awaken, to glimpse that reality is not what they have been shown. YouTube channel Nos Confunden. So, Master, awakening is not just seeing that the dome exists, but understanding that every external projection is a manifestation of the conditioned mind. When the mind is freed from the control of imposed thought, it can see beyond any limit. It's not just about observing the dome as a physical barrier, but about realizing that the mind itself is the barrier. That's right. The invisible dome projector is both a physical and spiritual barrier. But when the soul awakens, it understands that these barriers cannot contain the truth. Spiritual awakening transcends the walls of the dome and the projections. It is then that one can see the kingdom beyond the known continents, the creation beyond the ice walls.
YouTube channel nos
What you say is vital because that vision of a kingdom beyond the dome cannot be forced or taught from the outside. Each human being must discover it for themselves by questioning everything that has been imposed on them. Only in that deep inquiry, in that understanding of oneself and the conditioning in which they have lived, can one find the truth that has been hidden.
YouTube channel nos Confunden.
And when that truth is found, the barriers of the dome, the ice walls, and any other illusion disappear. What remains is the eternal reality of divine love, the connection with what has always been. That is true liberation, and it is not found on any map or projection.
YouTube channel nos Confunden.